I'm Mischa Barton and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
I wanted to do this project for moral reasons because I think the story needs to be told. I think it's going to be an important film. That's what Mischa Barton had said about Bhopal, A Prayer for Rain. And today we have with us a ravishingly beautiful Mischa Barton here in New York. Wonderful to have you first of all on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
And how do you look back at that, this interview of yours and these lines that you had said about Bhopal, A Prayer for Rain, the movie is finally releasing. How do you look back at it?
Well, it's nice. It's nice that the film is finally coming out, and I'm just happy to be able to lend my name to it and do some more interviews for it. Yeah, it's exciting that the project is now going to be seen after it's been about 4 or 5 years.
And you said about that you wanted to do this project for moral reasons. What exactly do you mean by that? For moral reasons?
Well, you know, I think that it's an important story to be told. It's something that not everybody is aware of Bhopal, you know, not in the scale that they're aware of things like Chernobyl perhaps. And it's, you know, this kind of corporate corruption is interesting, it still goes on so much today. So I just think it is an important story. It affected so many people's lives and still is affecting so many people's lives, the after effects of it. So, you know, if it can just be drawn attention to and people can, you know, really be educated about it, I think that's important.
Now, one of the scenes in the movie when you just confront Martin Sheen's character is, I think, the highlight of the film. What was the experience of just interacting with Martin Sheen, and that too in a high voltage scene?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, Martin's fantastic, and he really he was so great to work with, and it was really that scene in particular, that whole portion of the film we had hundreds of extras, so there was a lot going on, and it was very real, and we didn't even know when they were rolling. Sometimes me and Cal would be out there, you know, just like trying to, and then we'd see Martin coming into the shot and we'd just run into it. So it had a lot of energy to it. There was a certain kind of frenetic energy that went along with those big scenes there in the car and stuff, but I think it was nice because it's real and it felt real, you know.
And your character is supposed to be a lifestyle journalist, and then you're just provoked by Carl Penn's character that would you like to do a real story. Now, what was the entire process for you to just get into the skin of the character and just because lifestyle is generally considered like a fluff journalism, and that was as real as it could get.
So she is a completely fictitious character in an otherwise entirely true movie, right? So she's like one of the elements that was added in. So she's supposed to be from Paris Match, and she's this journalist who's kind of, you know, she's just out there struggling with her paper, and then she meets Cal, and this pushes her into doing this real story, and she feels like she can't turn a blind eye to it. You know, she is pushed into doing it and becomes passionate about it. So yeah, she is this one element that I think is quite interesting that we've added in, so the audience can be kind of brought in through her a little bit.
You are from mostly from US. You just mentioned that you love staying in London as well, and UK as well. Now, what sort of paradigm shift was it for you to just do a movie based in India? You shot in Hyderabad, and somewhere a movie that is about the poverty which is there in India, and how people just for the mere living, what sort of struggle that they go through, and willing to take the sort of risks the way the characters of Rajpal Yadav and the people take the risk. People do it all the time in India. So what sort of paradigm shift for you as a person as well as an actor?
I think the whole experience for me was was an incredible one in India, and definitely, you know, it was 5 years ago. I was that bit younger, and you know, definitely had this like idealistic attitude.
You look younger now. In fact, I've seen the movie. You look younger now.
Maybe, but just, I mean, in your 20s is like, you know, 5 years is a long time. So it's like, you know, your early 20s to your late 20s, and this was a really special time for me, spending this time on this project and spending this time in India. I was just, it was an incredible experience, and really I grew up quite a bit through it. I think it was an interesting time for me. And yeah, I mean, this is the thing, this kind of corporate greed is rampant, and it still happens all the time, and you know, people do risk their lives just to support their families. So it's important that people draw attention to it, and that something might be done about it.
Hi, this is Faridoon Shahryar. For the most interesting celebrity interviews, do subscribe to Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.